Okay.
Hi, Matt. I first and foremost wanted to thank the time for you meeting with me today. Certainly do appreciate that, and I hope we both get something out of this conversation as we did in conversations prior. Matt, you know, we've had some initial conversations, and I think we can both agree we're at a very unique crossroad, and not only in America in general, but in America business. There's some big things going on out there. There's the unknowns that come with healthcare reform. There's the unknowns as far as our fiscal cliff that's coming right up upon us. There's also the unknowns about the state of Michigan, where we do our business, raise our families, and love to live. Michigan is a state that's a boom and bust town. And, you know, we've discussed in prior conversations as well that the Michigan of old certainly isn't the Michigan of today, and we're looking to make it a different Michigan for tomorrow. There's a couple big points, I'd like to, bring up for you. Number one, GDP growth. Our country's GDP growth is not what it used to be. Back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and even 80s, our GDP growth was the envy of the world. And Michigan, a lot of those times, led that charge. Well, competition came globally. Michigan had to adapt. Just in Michigan, who would have ever thought just recently we became a right-to-work state? Now, regardless of where you stand on that issue, right to work came down to a couple of different core topics, and it revolves around people. In times of past, unions were there to protect people, to give them a better way of life, and that still is the case today. But there are companies that do not have unions that have also come to realize that what you get out of your people and what you invest in your people is paramount to last into the future. With that in mind, you're in an interesting crossroad also as a company. You barely made it through the recession like so many other Michigan companies. But now you emerged in an industry where a lot of your rivals are gone, and you're reaping the benefits of the decisions you made in the past. You're growing, you're busting at the seams. So what do you do now? Do you put yourself right back into the position you used to be in, or do you build for the future? You know, fortunately at ADP, not only did we invent this industry, but I represent a brand that is ahead of the market. And we stay ahead of the market by our investment in technology, customer service, and our own people. And I wanted to share a concept or a model with you that really has gained steam over the last several years. And this model, what we call comprehensive services, wasn't a brain trust of ADP, creating a product to push out to the market. Really, the market asked us for the solution. And really what it is I'd like to paint a picture for you, is comprehensive services is a new way of doing business based upon the current and future realities of American business. I think we can agree on a couple big topics here. Number one, America's always going to be a great country so long as its people keep working hard and bring innovation and efficiency to the table. But number two, I think we can also agree, given the global economic scale and cross-trading that goes on day to day to day, and the different trade, deregulation of trade, different world pacts that have been created to spur economic interest, America's GDP growth will never be as high as it was, and it's sustained for that long a period of time. So what that really means for all of us is we're all fighting for a smaller pie back in the States. And how do you get your piece of that smaller pie? The questions we have to ask ourselves is can you do things the way you have in the past? Can you really throw people at things that aren't necessarily your core competencies? And really what the market has asked of ADP is to bring our 60-plus years of innovation, investment in technology, world-class customer service, and forward-thinking vision to really become a vested partner in their business. And the world ADP's comprehensive services create for you is to where we provide people, process, and technology and interject it into a daily business, day-to-day relationship with you and your company. First, we provide people. Instead of investing your own resources and capital into hardwired HR and back office administration assets, ADP provides our expertise and a certified HR professional that works with you to set up and execute a strategic and tactical HR plan. This person is your friend. They're your trusted business partner. You have their cell phone number. They may invite you to their wedding. You may invite them to your wedding. They work with you day in and day out to make you a better company and not have to invest your capital with things you're not necessarily good at. Processes. We provide your entire organization with world-class Fortune 500 processes branded to you. Things such as an employee service center, self-service capabilities, employee perks programs, EAP capabilities, employee assistant programs, risk and safety capabilities. So different processes that a very large company would have, we're rolling down to a company your size that you can afford and enjoy the luxury of what it does for your culture, your efficiency, and your administrative costs. And the third leg of it is technology. We provide you best-in-class ADP technology to utilize and expand everything that we offer you to your entire culture. When we talk people, process, and technology working in harmony, you get a compliant workforce, you get an efficient workforce, you reduce your administrative costs, and you begin using people as the true weapon they were always meant to be for your company. So I know these are some fairly large topics that were discussed, but I think we can both agree on some certain things here. Number one, you can't do things the way you have in the past. The companies that did, you're obviously taking their business now. You have a very difficult choice to make. Do you fall back into habits of old, or do you do what progressive companies are doing and structuring your infrastructure and your workforce to partner with true experts to leverage our expertise to make you the company you're growing into be? I hope, obviously some of this resonates with you, and I look forward to taking this conversation a little